Hello, this is Rebecca Primm. I am coming to you for the Midwifery Organization's project for Introduction to Midwifery. Today is January 15th, 2019. I'd like to share what I found for some midwifery groups, both in my state and locally, just online and nationally and internationally. The first one I would like to share is Wisconsin Guild of Midwives. The information I found listed here is from the Wisconsin Guild of Midwives.org webpage. I am currently a member and I have been for about 5 months now. The Guild is open to practicing and student midwives. Their purpose is to expand communications and build support among midwives, to promote midwifery as a quality healthcare option for women and their families, to promote research and information in the field of midwifery care, to establish channels of communication between midwives and other birth professionals, and consumer groups concerned with health of women and their families in maternity care. And they also assist in the development of midwifery programs in Wisconsin. Currently, they're supporting the Wisconsin Guild of Midwives Doulas of Color project. They offer free doula training for women of color, as well as CPR training, lactation support training. They provide access to culturally relevant birth materials. They have their own library for that. Something that they're working towards is definitely trying to be more sensitive to disenfranchised communities. I know an ongoing issue they've been having is the wording of how they're going to put that on the website. That's taken up a good chunk of the last 3 meetings. We have our meetings bi-monthly. They also partner with the Department of Health Services for Wisconsin and the University of Wisconsin Medical Center for the Wisconsin Critical Congenital Heart Disease Screening Demonstration Program. They provide caregivers in Wisconsin with necessary education, administrative assistance, and technical support needed to implement universal pulse oximetry screening in all birth settings. They collaborate with those other groups, and I know earlier, maybe like 6 years ago, they started providing pulse oximetry machines and hearing screening things. So I know the midwife I work with out here in rural Wisconsin, in Merrill, she has a hearing screening, so she can go to our Amish moms and do hearing screenings. They don't have to go into a clinic for that. And that's something that these programs with the Wisconsin Medical Center and the Wisconsin DHS, they've provided these machines to midwives like her so that they can reach more people, and that she gets to use it for free, which is an extremely expensive machine, and that's all part of that. And she just has to, help out other midwives that don't in the area that don't have access to those machines, which isn't, it's a great deal. And they also, in another group, so this is a separate group, they have their own student group, which you just need to be a member of the guild and a student, but it's a separate group that they have on Facebook, and sometimes we have meetings outside of that as well. We can meet up. I know of 2 other student midwives that are in my area that I've met with one already. It's a place to share knowledge, encourage each other, and grow our network of support. And they also occasionally offer skills days and study groups, which is awesome. And that one's just on Facebook. This one is a national midwives group. It's called the National Association of Certified Midwives, or NACPM, Certified Professional Midwives. They're open to certified professional midwives and students. Their purpose is to be a powerful collective voice for certified professional midwives, to strengthen and support excellence in the profession and influence birth health policy, and to ensure that all childbearing people and babies have a healthy start. They have a wide variety of initiatives. Just a few of them are the Coalition for Quality Maternity Care, the International Confederation of Midwives, which I know was listed in the project description for this assignment, and then the MAMA campaign. That's just a few. They're very committed to social justice and birth practices as well, safeguarding the right to normal physiological birth for other women, eliminating unconscionable, that's a word I can never say, disparities in birth outcomes for people of color, Indigenous people, and their infants, dismantling systemic racism in midwifery and the birth care system, investing a strong racially, ethnically, and socially representative certified professional midwife workforce, influencing state and national policy to improve birth outcomes in all settings throughout the U.S. Also, I spied a Megan Kuntz on from MCU on their page. I thought I'd mention that. Their website is nacpm.org. There is also a separate group that is just a Wisconsin chapter. It seems like they have a chapter for every state. And their requirements are that you must be a current NACPM member to join. But once you join the NACPM, which there's different levels of membership, it appears. The membership for the Wisconsin chapter is free, and then they have their own individual meetings, and the woman that is the leader of that group actually happens to be only about an hour and a half from me, and I've met her several times. She's also part of the Guild of Midwives, so I've met her. The next group is the Midwives Alliance of North America, or MANA, which I know was listed on the thing, but I thought I'd mention it because there's another group off of that I'd like to mention. The Midwives Alliance of North America, their website is mana.org. Their acronym is MANA. They welcome participating and retired midwives, students, and midwifery advocates. So I felt like this one was pretty widely inclusive, which I found neat. They're a professional midwife association, uniquely positioned to unite and strengthen all midwives through dedication to innovative education, professional development, and recognized autonomous practice. They're committed to enabling transformative research, promoting an evidence-based midwifery model of care, addressing health disparities, and achieving optimal outcomes through normal physiological birth and healthcare across the lifespan. They envision a world where every person in the setting of their choice has access to high-quality midwifery care provided by culturally safe, autonomous, community-based midwives. Their goals are to engage midwives in dialogue and to encourage solidarity across North America. They recognize diversity among midwives, and they also want to foster inclusive community building. Build identity as a cohesive organization representing the profession as well as the tradition of midwifery at a regional, national, and international level. They want to position midwives as knowledgeable authorities working to improve prenatal care in collaboration with other professionals. They want to collect and dismantle high-quality research about midwifery care. Disseminate, not dismantle. They want to promote excellence in midwifery practice, to sponsor continuing education opportunities for midwives, to increase access to midwives in all settings, to endorse the midwifery model of care as the gold standard for childbirth, to affirm the rights of pregnant women, and to give birth where and with whom they choose. And then their other subgroup that I found, which was a group I found on Facebook. It's the MANA student group, and it maybe seems a little secretive, kind of intriguing. They don't have anything listed on there, but it seems like there's a decent amount of members, and I put in a submission to join. They have 428 members, 52 of which said that they went to MCU, which I found interesting. And also interesting, another group I found on Facebook is called Student Midwives and New Midwives, which I'm really hoping to get into. I also clicked to join this one because it's specifically for student midwives and new midwives. They actually ask you to leave after you don't consider yourself a new midwife. So it's more for us that are just getting started in our journeys and not the well-seasoned midwives, so that we can complain and cry probably and become friends. They have 2.5 thousand members, and 132 said that they were MCU students at some point or another. And that's about it. Thank you.